The dilemma of managing trees has become a topical issue because tree products are ever on demand, yet supply seems to be low all the time. Trees are an integral part of humanity, and where trees grow, people grow too. Tangible benefits of trees are many. You could count them off your fingers. But the unseen benefits of trees and forests are enormous. Despite all the priceless ecological, economic, social contribution, people are destroying the very trees and forests they need for survival. For the enlightened people, planting trees is a continuous lifetime assignment. In Mbarara, in western Uganda, planting trees has become part of land management. At Mr. Pius Batarinyewa's home in Nsiche, Nyamitanga, the glamour, comfort of a cool breeze, of the tree shade, and delicious guavas and avocado fruits is a trigger for one to plant an orchard. These trees have various uses. Mr. Batarinyewa knows the values of trees, and for this, he has planted many trees for which he knows how to replace the mature trees when they are falling. We tour his 3-acre homestead, dotted with indigenous and exotic tree types, fruit trees and ornamental trees, blending trees for boundary demarcation, fruit trees, windbreaker trees, and ornamental trees make his home a great attraction for birds and for people who prefer relaxing in a well-kept lawn or under shade trees.
There was wind which was blowing from that side and it was threatening houses. Although I put a fence, but the wind could go up and then blow things. So what I did, I planted these trees, and you can see they are lined up right from there to the other end of my land. Now I had to use different things to look nice, as you can see. They grew up. I would plant others, and that's why I put in fruits, which are also trees, like this one, like this one. And when you see that tree there, I was getting trees to go to put in my farm. So when I need it, then I can cut this tree and it goes. Then I plant another one. But these trees originally prevented wind from blowing into my house. Because sometimes wind is so much that it can even blow the mabati, and then you find that the house has the mabati have been blown out. Eucalyptus, some of them are eucalyptus, some of them, as you can see, these are different, but they are prepared around the Rwizi. That's where they have got where they sell trees. Some of them are not in them because some of these are from Europe. I thought these were very good trees. Eh? They can indicate where you live. If you are at a distance and you want someone to know where is your house, you look at those tall trees. Where you find them, that's where my house is. So that tree and this tree are not from here. I got them from Westland. So I want that. Should there be a time when these have grown too old and they dry up? That line which I planted agrees with those that they form my boundary border. And then they go as long as where they stop there, that's where my land ends. It has lost its leaves because people come to plant the leaves off. I cannot say what because they don't tell me, they don't want to tell me that they want it. I find that they have gone. And the people tell me, and they pick up some of these like this, and then they go to treat some people. I don't allow the grass to grow here. When I have a function, the seat, you can bring the chairs here, and the trees are not so low. If there is a function and someone is giving a speech there, people are sitting there and they see the function becomes very nice. People will sit there with the chairs, and others who are seated here. That's why I don't allow the grass to grow here. And I have neighbors. When my neighbors have a wedding function, like that neighbor there, they had a function and they booked this area, and their guests were received here, and the others had that area, others sat here, and so it was part of an area to help expand the functions. In most places, people eat bread and they put there blue band and so on. But for me, when these are old, I pull down, and we call it what?
Bonanza.
So I call it bonanza when I'm eating breakfast. I pull this down and then cut and then put on the bread. That becomes my bonanza. This one and that one, they were planted and they were brought up that side. But when they grew up, then I brought them down here. Of course, you can see they are affecting the banana. But as far as I'm concerned, these are very good fruits for my children, including you. Well, the trees which are in the garden, such that they don't affect the crops which grow there. There are some oranges on the gardens, and it is very good because when the fruits are there and the gardens are dried up, I see its fruits there. So the garden remains useful, not only because of what they have grown there, but also the fruits which grow there. Okay. These are not flowers, but they are part of vegetables, which we eat. What do you call them in your English?
Katunkuma.
Is that English? Katunkuma, eh?
Yes.
moringa is supposed to be a medicinal plant. And this was shoot. We use it to market them. But the time has come when the market is no longer much as we thought. So I am allowing some other trees to grow in. But this one is the same as those who I've just seen here. When it comes and it grows up, I will cut this off and remain grow. That's one there. Eh? They were growing here and we enjoyed them a lot. People were coming to eat them. Yeah? So see, these are fruits arising out of what we have seen across there. Eh? You see, that is white. So when you see that the house, that place is white, and this is also white, it becomes very nice.
True.
Now I have told you that these are intense. These are coming up. Huh? If this comes up, these are the ones we call them what?
Jackfruit.
Jackfruit. You will see these. These are the same as this one. So they should have all been like this, but the roots enter the house, yeah? And that's the result. See? You can have broken walls. This one was left here, to remain up here, and these ones were also the same size, but I cut them off. You dry up the leaves, and when you put them in a drink, the pain in the teeth, the pain in the head gets reduced. Well, family farming, when people meet you in Kampala, they find you in your compound where you were born. They have some trees that are medical trees. Then you can tell them in Kampala, say, you have what? Okay. You have a neem tree, you have those things, and then they can help us. So when you make your own compound over there, then you have learned the goodness of this, and you can also plant it in that area. And I think that if family development, they know that this family is a very good family. They know how to plant trees that are made up of fruits, and they're also medical trees.
Thank you.
And planted it inside there. It looks very nice. But when I put this wool on, that one was removed. So I put it here, and it is also coming up. So these are flowers also. It looks very nice when if you were photographed on this one. It also looks nice.
With many communities depending on biomass for fuel and other energy sources, planting and protecting trees and forests will enable availability of more water. 2014 World Water Week theme is energy and water. And for trees to flourish, water is required, just like energy is obtained from trees. People should conserve trees and protect water sources. Water, energy, and food security spiral should be keenly managed at domestic and industrial level, both at local, to regional, and to global level.